Nightlife businesses in the Singapore River area are holding back from an option to extend liquor sale hours. Just 6 out of the more than 200 have applied for a new license in the first week that it opened for application. The extended hours are part of a year-long pilot to revitalize nightlife in some hotspot areas, such as Clarke Quay. Now, our reporter Sabrina Ng is live there now. Sabrina, it is Friday night. I got to ask, does it feel like one over there?
Well, it's a relatively quiet Friday night. It does still feel like a Friday night, but a very much more subdued one, I would say. I've been here for the past couple hours. Many of the bars and restaurants here, they have empty tables, empty chairs. A lot of patrons walking past, window shopping, but not a lot of them going in to actually sit down, have a meal, have a drink, and that's been the case for, the past few hours I've been here. And of course, you might wonder, it's still relatively early in the night, especially for party goers, but where I'm at right now, it's actually a bridge that is leading into the Clarke Quay area. It is undoubtedly a bridge that is familiar to many Singaporeans who frequent the area. This used to be a spot where many would gather to have a drink, meet up with friends, play some music, have some food before heading out to a restaurant or a bar. But right now, it's almost completely empty. I'm looking at it now, and it's basically, all tourists walking over, coming into the Clarke Quay area, but not a lot of interest in actually going into the restaurants, going into the bars. And of course, this is a situation that some of the restaurant owners that I've spoken to have told me about. They're worried about this extended hour, and they're hesitant about taking up this extended 1 hour as they're worried about the strain that it might have on their business. An additional hour of operation would mean that they have to hire more manpower, additional costs, and that might not have the intended value that they, want to have. So let's hear from some of these restaurant owners.
Another factor is also our cost of the live band and entertainment side. So with the extension, there is more cost involved in this live band segment. So usually at that timing, our crowd doesn't really continue drinking anymore, but they will prefer to go to places like clubs and all. So it's like they shift to the next location. So with the extension of that 1 hour, it doesn't really help or benefit our outlet much.
Of course, we are still in the first week of this, extended liquor trading hour. So it remains to be seen if a more concrete or bigger impact would be, made on these restaurants and businesses. But for now, many of them are, adopting a wait-and-see attitude, but they are remaining hopeful that maybe this additional 1 hour could do work to kind of bring back some of these late-night crowds. But until then, they want to see if the crowd is actually coming back before choosing to opt in for this license. Many of the crowd also tell me that issues like extended period of the extended, Grab fares to go home, and, the lack of interest in spending so much time out, especially all the way till 4 a.m. That is what is holding back. So many of the businesses here are actually pivoting to focusing on activities and focusing on more interest-based things to pull back this late night crowd.
They hope to see more programming so that they are open with more crowd traffic in that area, so that they don't open to an empty bar. We also hope to quickly work with the agencies to plan more programming for the area. We can potentially look at within the next 2 months, we hope to roll out something that we can quickly push it out for the area, so that most of the people who were still thinking whether they want to extend, they can quickly make a decision.
All right, we were speaking there with Sabrina Ng on the nightlife scene in Clarke Quay. Thanks, Sabrina.